Hey there and welcome to Cryptology for You, the channel that's not even about cryptology at all, but all about cryptocurrency. I'm your host PaulyD, and today we're going to take a little bit of a look at one of the king of coins, Ethereum. Well, definitely the king of the altcoins at the very least. Regardless of anything that you see in this video or hear about it isn't financial advice, it is purely for educational purposes. Some of it will be a little entertaining, I am sure, but it's still not financial advice. Even if it sounds super logical, you still need to do your own research. Ethereum is the second largest coin by market cap on this planet, probably even the universe. Ethereum has massive volumes of trade every day, and it is just an absolute gigantic coin of absolute mega proportions. Pretty much can guarantee that if anyone has ever heard of cryptocurrency, they've also heard of Ethereum. Now, I like to start my research the same way I would start for any coin. It doesn't matter if it is the second largest coin by market cap. We should always be looking at the very basics, and the place to do that, well, I would choose to go at Coinmarketcap.com. I'll put a link to Coinmarketcap.com in the description below. You could check that out and perhaps even get some free diamonds while you're doing it. These are digital diamonds that you can use to trade for NFTs. CoinMarketCap has some pretty easy to access links, and let's just take a look at Ethereum's website because that is probably a pretty good place to start regardless of the coin. The Ethereum site looks lovely and flashy, and there's plenty to see and a lot to learn. It really is a big site worth visiting. There is a notice that you should be aware of, and that there is a merge approaching very soon. Now, I will deal with that soon. Just hang on to your horses for this one. Let's start off by what you can do with Ethereum and how you can use it. Well, one of the things that I've been bringing up recently is not your keys, not your coin. So let's check out Ethereum wallets to see if we can get some of your own keys and keep your own coin. One of the things I particularly like about the site is that it does give you some good links to places where you can actually use your coin or store it. This can be a difficult task, especially for beginners, and so Ethereum makes this nice and easy by having some pretty decent links all over their site. So if you wanted to find a wallet, click on Find a Wallet. And there will be a large list of wallets you can choose from. Maybe you want something a bit more specific. Perhaps you're looking to be a hodler, someone who likes to hold onto their coin for a long period of time in order for the market to grow and you can sell for a bigger profit. Let's check out some of the hodler possible wallets, and here they are. There are two there, and you can get to choose which ones you like and look through them. I mean, there are plenty of options there. Just take a look, see what there is that suits you. Just remember, your keys, your coin. When you have found a wallet, well, the next thing you have to do is fill it. So maybe you want to get some Ethereum yourself. Well, where would you go to buy Ethereum? Well, practically anywhere. Back at the site though, the Ethereum site gives you a lot of lists of places where you can go buy Ethereum yourself, and you can check them out from centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, and even some wallets where you can purchase Ethereum yourself. It will be up to you to do a lot of the research here to check that you are getting the right spread, or check some of the fees that might be applicable when you are buying a cryptocurrency. Also, if you're going to buy from a particular exchange, you need to send it to your wallet. Check on the withdrawal fees. Now, for withdrawal fees, I would almost strongly suggest going to Nexo, buying your coin there, and either storing it at Nexo or sending it off to one of your wallets. At Nexo, if you are a platinum user, you will get 5 free withdrawals per month, and I will put a link to the video below, and you can check that video about Nexo and the 5 free withdrawals. Currently, withdrawals for Ethereum can be very expensive, so you do need to watch this. Look, for the vast majority on the website, everything is pretty self-explanatory. You can certainly search through and see some of the more intriguing things, such as the white paper, etc. But there are some other things I want to check out first. Let's click on the Learn section and take a look, and you can see what is Ethereum. Now, I think what is Ethereum is going to be a nice self-explanatory walk through what Ethereum really is, and we're probably not going to spend an entire video going over that. There's something a couple of stops down below that. The smart contracts. Now, smart contracts are a little bit unique. So let's take a little bit of a look at what a smart contract is. Now, Ethereum absolutely prides itself on the fact that it has these smart contracts. And smart contracts are, as you would probably imagine, somewhat smart. Now, Ethereum is a layer 1 blockchain, and other people can build apps on that blockchain itself. And those apps will use smart contracts. But let's just take a look at what a smart contract is, and I'll try my best to do an analogy. Now, imagine you were a bit hungry, and you felt like, ooh, maybe ordering a bit of a pizza. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to call up a pizza company, aren't you? They'll take your order, and then they'll offer to deliver. But in this case, the pizza company is offering a special. They're going to promise that they'll get you the pizza to you within 30 minutes or the pizza is completely free. So you go ahead and order your pizza and put on all the toppings that you want, and the pizza company goes ahead and starts making the pizza. Well, in fact, they make a smart contract as well. So while you're on the phone, they put in all your order details and they take some form of payment. And your payment could be a Visa card, MasterCard, PayPal, or however it is you're choosing to pay. But regardless, the pizza company is now holding on to your payment, ready for that pizza to be delivered to you. And now all you have to do is wait for the pizza to turn up. And of course, you hope the pizza makes it to you within 30 minutes without any fault. We're going to assume that the pizza made it to you no problems at all. That money that you paid for the pizza is now the pizza company's money, but you get a pizza. A smart contract is you want something. So you are ordering something off perhaps a blockchain. So you want a service. Now, this case, our analogy, it's a pizza, but maybe it's a game and you want to make a purchase in your game. So this is the service that you want. The pizza parlor or the game is the vendor. You choose the product that you want and you put the list of things that you want with it, however it might be. So for a pizza, it's a type of topping. For the game, it might be some things that you need to complete the game. From there, a smart contract is made and there will be a price on it in Ethereum or whatever currency happens to be on that blockchain. And only when those conditions are met does the payment transaction complete. If the conditions aren't met, the transaction doesn't complete and any funds that you put forward will come back to you. And this is a smart contract and it doesn't require any middle person. So unlike the pizza analogy, there is probably a middle person there, a bank. Now, there is no bank here at all. There is nothing that is holding your money. This way, it means that the whole system is completely trustless. But trustless doesn't mean untrustworthy. It just means there is no intermediary holding the funds, waiting for someone to say, yep, we've got the service completed, now give us the money. Trustless just means that there is no way you can back out of this contract as long as the contract terms are met. And this is done by a computer program, and the computer program can't lie. There are plenty of uses for smart contracts, and you could probably look through a whole bunch, but you'll probably use smart contracts if you've been in cryptocurrency for any length of time. But there was something even more important, and I highlighted this back at the start. We want to know about this merge. The merge is pretty big. It is going to take Ethereum from the proof of work system that it currently is. Now, proof of work would mean that you need to have some computational power in order to find some new Ethereum. So every time that a computer is up on the network, it's looking for Ethereum by solving some pretty complex numbers. If you happen to be the lucky one solving those numbers, you get a block of Ethereum. You need some pretty powerful computers, but most people could do it at home just with graphic processing units. The problem is this is incredibly bad for the environment because it uses a lot of electricity. So Ethereum is choosing to become, instead of a proof of work, a proof of stake coin. Now, proof of stake is going to be much easier, and anyone with any type of computer can be part of the system. And this means that the overall energy consumption is reduced by 99.95%. And this is a massive thing, especially when we look at the current energy costs right now. But if you already hold Ethereum or want to buy some before the merge, what do you have to do when the merge occurs? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You don't need to do a single thing at all. In fact, once the merge happens, you won't even know the merge has happened, unless you read the papers. There are lots of misconceptions with this merge, and you could probably look through them, but you don't need to do any staking or anything like that at all. You just can keep your Ethereum the way you currently are now. But staking is another form of making some money off of Ethereum. Now, staking just means you get rewarded for holding onto your Ethereum at some place. But this is a little different than running a node. Now, you can run a node, and for Ethereum, you're gonna need a fair bit of it in order to do so. Now, currently you would need around 32 ETH in order to start staking, and you can do this from home or find a service that will do it for you. If you're doing it from home, you need some computational equipment, and you need a little bit of advanced knowledge on how to set stuff up. It's not terribly hard, but it's not for beginners either. The other way you can stake your Ethereum is to go to pooled staking or to some centralized exchanges. But I have one better way of doing it. Yeah, join up with Midas Investments. I've got a video about Midas Investments. You can take a look at that, and I'll put a link to it in the description. Or you can hit the link below and join up with Midas Investments, because at Midas Investments, you're going to get some pretty decent interest on your Ethereum. Far more than if you just staked solo. In fact, here you are, you're likely to get 10.6% APY if you start putting in your Ethereum into Midas as of today. You could earn another 2.2% if you decide to earn in Midas's own token, the Midas token. But yeah, you did hear right. It is 10.6% APY. Well, that's a little bit from me, but what's the point of even owning Ethereum? Is it likely to go somewhere? Should I be buying it right now? Well, welcome to the stage. We have Anorak here, Cryptology for You's very own chart topper. That's right, let's hear from Anorak and see where we think Ethereum is going to go from here.
Well, hi Paulie and all the Cryptology gang out there. Today we're going to have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is one of the big dogs, and it's one which I hold in my portfolio, to be honest with you. So, as a full disclosure there. Okay, the first thing I'm going to have a look at is the weekly chart. Now, the weekly chart, as you can see, is going down at the moment, but it seems to be holding a really good support levels here at the 1000k mark. It's had a nice little pump here and there on it, but the trend is going down. Yes, we are in a bear market, and what can I say? Everything is down at the moment. Right, we shall move on now to a little bit of a close-up view of this and where I think it possibly could go. Right, as you can see by here now, we got the 1000k mark, 1k, which is, I know it has peaked down a little bit underneath here and there, but the support is very, very good at the moment. But if we do make lower lows on here, I can see the first mark coming up at the 687. Now this line here is coming back to this section here. Now, as we can see, if we do lose this 1000k, there is a big drop down. There doesn't seem to be any support back here in 21. And again, if we lose this support, this is where I think a lot of people are talking about the $500 mark. Yes, it is possible, and it is on the table, guys. Let's not forget that. The next one we're going to look at is the fib retracement. Now, the fib retracement, as I've done it by here, is from the very top down to the 1000k mark. It seems to be sitting reasonably well in places, and if we were going to make a recovery at the moment, as we can see on this point here, 19k would be the point where we could say we're in a recovery. But as I'm going to show you on the next slide here, some of these bars aren't really lining up really well. So what I've done now on this fib retracement, I've taken it from the very top and I've taken it down to 504, roughly $500. Now as we can see, if I bring it by expanding it down to here, that there are quite a lot more areas which are lining up very, very nicely. And this to me is the more likely probability of where it should probably go down to. We are in a bear market, it is falling, so I would expect lower lows with the recession and everything else that's happening at the moment. Right, this next chart is top one here is Ethereum and the bottom one is the total market cap. Now this is going in percentages, this is, guys. So if we look at what we've done pretty much for this year, from 2021, the market cap on its highest point went up 1,000%. But if we look what Ethereum has done over this last year, that's gone up 2,250%. So this thing is very, very explosive. When it does go, it really goes. You can see the similar channels it's creating, but Ethereum is a hell of a lot faster in moving. And this is what we find with a lot of altcoins. And my final verdict is this thing will go to the moon at some stage. There's no doubt about it. This is one to keep in your portfolio. Yes, it's going down at the moment, but this is a real winner, guys. And even though the charts don't look that good, I can say that this thing will eventually go to the moon. Well, thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll catch you again soon.
Thank you very much for that, Anorak. That was really good, very informative, and I'm looking forward to a bit more of a dip from Ethereum and perhaps some future that is going to really blossom and, well, hopefully make some coin out of it. There are still some other things you can see at Coinmarket Cap, and I did notice this one thing. There is, in fact, an audit. Now, you can look at these audits. They are super complex, but it's good to look to see if Ethereum is something that you're willing to get into long term. The audits are pretty lengthy PDFs that you can download and probably take a good couple of hours to read. But Ethereum was looking pretty healthy overall, and I certainly felt quite confident about Ethereum after reading this. So you heard Anorak's idea about where Ethereum is going. What am I thinking? Well, I'm thinking the same as I usually think. This is the best time to DCA. The best time is because right now the markets are really down. They're in a pretty bad state, it looks like. But this isn't the time to panic. This is the time to build your own portfolio. And what portfolio in cryptocurrency isn't complete without some Ethereum? Of course, as usual, you're still going to have to do your own research. Now, Ethereum might be the second largest market cap coin on earth right now, but things can change, and we've seen this happen in the cryptocurrency world, and plus the merge that is coming up, that could spook a few investors. Because staking rewards are going to be the only way that rewards are going to be offered for Ethereum rather than any mining rewards that are currently out there now. And on your research, feel free to drop into the Telegram, Discord or Facebook groups. These are the groups where you can talk about your thoughts on particular coins, perhaps Ethereum. There are going to be plenty of links in the description below, including to Midas and to Nexo and to other videos that you can watch about Midas and Nexo so that you can gauge whether or not those are the sorts of places you would like to keep your Ethereum. I'm also tweeting right now, so feel free to join on Twitter and I'll see you there. Right now I should recommend joining up with the Discord group. You've seen Anorak in action? Well, Anorak is at this Discord group and putting in charts every day. This is very much worth your look and a good way to start your research. If Anorak is online, you are welcome to ask for your own opinion on particular coins and to see what Anorak says about them. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video and you're going to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button and share with your friends because your friends would love to know a little bit about Ethereum, I am sure. I have been your host PaulyD and thanks to Anorak for the chart toppers, and we'll be happy for profits.